In one of the most devastating single-day strikes of the war, a large Russian armored convoy was obliterated by a coordinated assault of Ukrainian FPV, first-person view, kamikaze drones on the Eastern Front. The destruction, described by military analysts as surgical yet savage, marks a turning point in Ukraine's evolving drone warfare strategy and underscores the vulnerability of conventional armored warfare in the face of modern asymmetric tactics. The doomed Russian convoy, which included no fewer than 12 BTR-82 armored personnel carriers, 8 upgraded T-90M main battle tanks, several logistics trucks, and fuel carriers, was pushing through the Donetsk sector in a presumed reinforcement maneuver. Ukrainian intelligence had been tracking this movement for days, using a combination of aerial reconnaissance, human intel, and intercepted communications to map the route and prepare a devastating trap. High above the tree line, Ukrainian surveillance drones maintained an uninterrupted watch, feeding real-time coordinates and thermal imagery back to command posts. Operators on the ground, many located in concealed bunkers and mobile command centers miles away, waited patiently for the convoy to enter a narrow kill corridor surrounded by high brush and forest, the perfect ambush site where retreat or maneuvering would be nearly impossible. As the sun rose behind a curtain of mist, the Russian vehicles rolled into the valley, unaware that dozens of Ukrainian FPV drones' compact, explosive-laden machines controlled via high-gain antennas had already been launched. The air, eerily quiet, suddenly came alive with the high-pitched whine of propellers as the drones descended like a swarm of guided wasps upon their prey. Without warning, the lead T-90M tank erupted in flames as the first drone pierced its engine compartment and detonated. A chain reaction of blasts followed as more drones found their marks, shredding armor, igniting fuel, and transforming the convoy into a stretch of twisted steel and boiling fire. The valley echoed with the thunder of explosions and the screams of trapped soldiers caught in the hellish inferno. Disoriented Russian troops began abandoning vehicles, seeking shelter behind embankments and in the nearby woods. But Ukraine's kill zone was not limited to armor alone. More FPV drones, equipped with thermal optics and fragmentation warheads, were programmed to track down heat signatures and moving targets, turning the retreat into a deadly game of hide-and-seek with no refuge. One haunting clip from a drone's camera feed, later released by Ukrainian forces, captured a Russian soldier frantically firing his rifle at an incoming drone. Moments later, the feed goes white, the final frame before the drone struck the soldier's position. Other footage showed tanks with open hatches burning from within as ammunition inside cooked off in a series of concussive booms. It was like watching hornets rip apart a bear with no chance of defense, said a Ukrainian FPV drone operator nicknamed Falcon, who remotely piloted 5 successful strike drones during the ambush. These weren't just machines we destroyed, they were symbols of the old way of war, and we dismantled them with our fingertips and a few $100s worth of tech. The entire assault lasted less than 15 minutes, but its impact was apocalyptic. Smoke and fire consumed the valley, creating a towering black column visible for kilometers. Some vehicles burned for hours, their wreckage still glowing red with heat. Ukrainian soldiers arriving at the scene afterward described the area as a graveyard of metal, littered with charred corpses and ruptured hulls. Ukrainian defense officials later confirmed that the strike had eliminated the full convoy, all vehicles destroyed or abandoned, with an estimated 90 to 110 Russian casualties, including both fatalities and wounded. Most significantly, Ukraine suffered 0 losses in personnel or equipment. demonstrating the one-sided lethality of FPV drone warfare when executed with intelligence and timing. Military experts hailed the ambush as a textbook example of next-generation combat. "This wasn't just a victory," remarked retired U.S. Colonel during a live broadcast. "It was an inflection point. We're witnessing a future where million-dollar armored vehicles are helpless against small, precision-guided drones that cost less than a smartphone and are piloted by teenagers." Russia, caught flat-footed once again by Ukraine's unpredictable tactics, has not yet issued a public statement. However, internal sources suggest that Moscow is reeling from the loss, with high-level commanders demanding immediate answers as to how such a massive force could be blindsided and decimated in broad daylight with no warning or counter. Online, the fallout was immediate. Pro-Russian bloggers and Telegram channels exploded in anger, with some blaming Russia's own generals for the disastrous lack of electronic warfare support. Others blamed poor logistical planning and accused Russian signals intelligence of gross incompetence in failing to detect the Ukrainian drone buildup. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky praised the operation as a strategic masterpiece in his nightly address. "This is the power of precision," he declared. "We do not need numbers. We need intelligence, courage, and technology, and today we showed the world exactly that. Every tank we destroy, every convoy we eliminate, brings us one step closer to victory." The operation has triggered discussions in NATO and Western defense circles about further increasing the supply of FPV components, batteries, optics, and encryption gear to Ukrainian units. Demand for training in drone warfare has also surged among Ukraine's military recruits, with drone pilot academies reportedly operating at full capacity. Analysts now agree that traditional ground offensives, once reliant on brute strength and armored columns, are increasingly being made obsolete by swarms of autonomous or semi-autonomous drones. Ukraine's tactical doctrine has evolved into a multi-domain approach, blending tech, stealth, speed, and precision in a way Russia seems unable to counter effectively. In response, Russian forces have begun relocating more electronic warfare units to forward positions, hoping to jam FPV drone signals before they reach their targets. But Ukraine continues to innovate, using frequency hopping, terrain masking flight paths, and redundant control systems to outmaneuver jammers and maintain drone integrity. Ukrainian engineers are already on the ground analyzing the remains of Russian armor. Damaged vehicles are being studied to determine the most effective drone strike angles and payload types, with field laboratories improvising upgrades to ensure future drones hit with even more devastating effect. For Ukrainian soldiers on the front lines, the strike has become a story of pride and renewed morale. Units are competing to see who can rack up the most confirmed drone kills, and many have painted drone icons on their helmets or vehicles to signify successful strikes. The myth of Russian armored superiority has been shattered, replaced by a new symbol of Ukrainian ingenuity. This massive drone ambush, which wiped out one of Russia's most advanced field convoys in under 20 minutes, is a warning not just to Moscow, but to military planners worldwide. The battlefield has changed. The skies no longer belong solely to jets or missiles. Now they belong to whirring drones, small, fast, and deadly, flown by invisible hands that reshape the war from thousands of miles away.